Well, how's everybody doing today? Solo Black 313 Rise and Ride coming at you. And as you can tell by the thumbnails, I got a new camera and a new microphone system. The camera is by Panasonic and it's the Lumix G7, and the external mic I got is by Rode. It's an external mic for the top of the camera. Okay, hey, I just came back out from Belle Isle, and I was messing around with this new camera, and I was shooting some footage, and there's a very 1 minute little video I'm going to play with you with this new camera. That was just a little something. I'm not a professional photographer. I know very little about cameras other than just taking a picture and printing it out. Okay, now the reason why I got the new Lumix G7 is because this was the way I recorded my vlogs before I got the camera. This is a Olympus Stylus 7010, and this is the camera I was using before I purchased the Panasonic's Lumix G7. As you can see, it's a small camera. It has 12 megapixels. The camera is from 2009. Oh my goodness. I've had 12 years of good reliable function out of this camera, but about 5 months ago it started acting up. So I thought it might have been because I had never bought new batteries for it. So I went on Amazon and I bought 3 brand new batteries, and that didn't solve my problem. And what my problem was is, as you can see, it has a the lens extends from the body of the camera, and then there's a shutter door on the lens. So sometimes the lens would extend, but the shutter door wouldn't open up. Or sometimes the lens, when you turn it on, just wouldn't extend at all. So it had become more of a nuisance. Also, there was a problem with if I did get the shutter to open and the lens to extend, after 10 minutes, it was just shutting off. That's what gave the impression that maybe it was a battery issue. But like I said earlier, I bought 3 batteries for it, and that just wasn't the case. And then also, it didn't have an external mic hookup. So, and the picture, once again, you can see, I used the old cell phone to act almost like a voice recorder. You know, so I would set up the camera, and then I bought a external mic and a TRRS adapter for the mic to go into the cell phone. And then in post editing, my PowerDirector editing program allows me to sync the audio from the cell phone to the slight audio from the Olympus Stylus 7010 camera, and then I would download them together, and that's how I made my videos. Now, The camera, both those cameras, the old camera and this new Lumix, will be just for vlogging, like when I'm sitting doing what I'm doing now. All right, so let's go over to the bench and let's take a closer look at the new Panasonic Lumix G7. Okay, here we are at the bench, and this is the Olympus Stylus 7010 camera that I have been doing, using to do my vlogs. Now, not only did I vlog with this camera, I would use this camera to get really, really close shots. This is the lens that I was having problems with. It wouldn't open up and it wouldn't extend out. But how I use this camera also is I would hold the camera, I had a mount, and I would hold it like this in the mount. I would stick it in the mount like this, and it would shoot down to the subject that I had. When the lens extended out, I could get really, really close shots with this. Unfortunately, like I said, it's not working. That's why I bought the new Lumix G7 camera. Like I said, it was made back in 2009. I've had it that long. I paid $200 for it. I've got my $200 out of it. This camera also will do more than I could ever do. Like I say, I'm just a regular Joe, point and shoot, take the picture, you know, download it on my computer, or take a movie, download it on my computer. That's the extent of what I need any camera to do. Okay, so now that we got this one out the way, let's take a look at the Lumix G7. Okay, we're back with the new Lumix G7 by Panasonic, and I'm quite taken with the camera already. Okay, so let's go over a few features that this camera offers. This camera offers an external microphone port. That's great, as opposed to the other camera I had where I didn't have an external microphone port. It comes with a it comes with a hood for the sun, and certain times you might want to use this. I don't think I'll be using this, like I say, because mostly what I'm using this camera for is vlogging. Don't know much about the lens. It's a 14:42 zoom or ratio. It's a high definition. There is no stabilization on this camera, but as I'm learning, I guess you can purchase different lenses that have stabilization built in. But I won't be needing that. I'm not doing anything action. It has a swivel external monitor. That was something that it was a must-have, man, because when you're trying to talk to yourself, you need to be able to you know, when you're vlogging and you're walking, this is a good feature to have. Like I say, I'm new to the game. When I saw this, I knew this was the camera I wanted. Other cameras have it, but it was also in the price point that I wanted, because I didn't want to spend over $1,000 for a camera and a mic hookup. Excuse me. This camera was $500. I didn't want to spend no more than $1,000. So between the camera and the mic, I paid $500 for the camera, and I paid $100 for the Rode mic. So this was a great feature, and this is a feature that I did look for. I would not buy a camera if it didn't allow me to swivel and move the screen back, and it's also a touch screen. Now, when you buy the camera, you get the strap, you get the hood, you get a cover. Where is it at? Oh, excuse me. You get a protective lens cover, and that is about it. Oh, you get the battery charging cable, USB, and you get the charging plug. But the memory card I had to buy. Now, the memory card, I shouldn't have bought as big a memory card as I did. I bought a 128 gig. I should have just bought a 64 because this camera will only allow you to shoot 30 minutes at a time. Didn't know that before I bought it, but that's not a big deal. Very rarely will I be shooting more than 30 minutes, so it works out for me. All right, let's talk about the Rode. There's not very much to say about the Rode. It's just a Rode shotgun microphone that attaches to your camera, and this particular one is called the Rode VideoMic, and this was $100. Now, like I say, I had to have two things. I had to have the external mic port, which that is, and then we'll attach this to the camera, tighten it down, move the strap out of the way, and then we'll attach the microphone directly to the camera. Now, like I said, there was two things that I had to have in the camera I bought. Like I said, one was the swivel external monitor, and it had to have a mic port. And the mic needed to be passive, not active. This mic is a lapel mic. It's all tangled up. But you've seen me talk about this mic before. This is an active mic, and a lot of times I forget to turn the switch on and off. So if I forgot to turn the switch on, there have been several videos that I made where I had absolutely no audio. And then because I forgot to turn it back off, there was times I reached for this microphone and the battery was dead. No more. Gone. I'll still keep it. I'll still keep it in case of emergency, or if I can find another use for it. But right now, this is the go-to for me. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can tell you about the camera? It's still new to me. I'm learning it. And this camera does more than I could possibly use. I mean, the instruction booklets is about that thick. It came with a CD-ROM. I've been going on the internet, learning just the features that I need to do the kind of filming and photography I need. Like I said, I'm gonna say this for the third time. I am not a professional photographer by no stretch of the means, but I do like the camera. Like I say, it was $500. The mic was $100, so that was $600 plus tax that I paid for the camera and the new mic. So hey, I really appreciate being able to buy this new camera, and I look forward to making some better videos for you guys.